It's your boy Verse, and this is Open Mic with OTR Mike.
Yeah, that's right. This is the show where the mic is open for any discussion.
Feeling about OTR. I don't think we're done.
You just try to find something that's going to be interesting. Then obviously on the Wednesday you got the actual show and then the overtime show, and I know.
Yo, what up, good people? It's your boy, OTR Mike, and let me be the first to welcome you to another episode of Open Mic with yours truly. That's right. This is the show where the mic is open for any discussion, no matter what it is, who it is, or where it is. And it's a late night live stream. I need to record something. I was just going to strictly record. I got bored. Just watched the Clarissa Shields fight. And I'm like, man, let me just make this a live stream. So that's where we at. Live stream tonight. I got some people in here already. My man Brandon Bazel says, yo, what up, Brandon? What y'all dudes doing up this time of night? And my homie, Living Big with Big Reg. What up, fellas? Man, look, thank you guys for joining me this time of night. What y'all doing, man? What's up with y'all, man? I mean, I ain't know if anybody would be up, so I tried it out. A couple of y'all in here. My man Ferris is in the building. What up, Ferris? Yes, she won in dominating fashion. Dominating fashion. Good fight, Go rewatch it if you get a shot to. But she looked good. She looked good, man. So shout out to Clarissa Shields tonight. As she won her fight like crazy. I think the scorecard, I don't know, it was something crazy, but it was no question that she won the fight. Bazel said, oh, you was watching the fight, man. What do you think about the fight? Big Red said he up, man. Just relax, bro. I feel you, bro. So look, man, as I like to say at the beginning of these show, I'm gonna try not to be here before you long, right? But of course, gotta give y'all some content. So I'm here. So we'll see how this live stream goes. Uh but I do have some questions and I need some help from you guys. You guys are here. So I'm expecting a little bit of help from you guys on my topic. Now, before I go and before I start, I should say, gotta pay a little bit of bills. I gotta shout out a couple folks. I gotta do all of that good stuff. So first and foremost, man, Bazel, the homie Big Reg, they are already Patreon members. As you see scrolling below the screen, if you're listening, what they're saying is a link or the web address to my Patreon account or page. Um, and shout out to those who are already there. Like I said, Bazel is already one living big with Big Reg. It's already a Patreon or Patreon member, and I appreciate them so very much. This again is new for me, right? I decided to start one. The fellas said, "Hey, bro, start a Patreon, man. You got some good content. The people like to hear. They like to support the show. So why not? So that's what I did. If you want to be great like those people, below as you see is www.patreon.com/OTR Mike is where you can find the page, find the tier, and all and any is appreciated. And if you decide not to join, you being here and you listening is all I need. So I appreciate that first and foremost. But lucky enough, I had some new patrons join this past couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks ago, but I didn't get an episode out last week due to the holiday. So I didn't get a chance to shout them out. But one of the benefits of joining my Patreon is you will get shouted out. So without further ado, here's my new patrons. Now, shout out to Coach Evans, man. Y'all all know Coach from Sip to Tally Films. He joined the Patreon this week. I appreciate him so much. Speaking of Coach, man, Coach has done a lot for me, and not just supporting by being a patron. He supports the show. He's helped me get a bunch of subscribers. He has me on the show with him Monday nights, the roundup, which we talk Ravens as Monday nights live here on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern. So check that out. It's the off season, so we've been touching on NBA playoffs and a bunch of other things. So don't fret. We still got content for you. We did not go this week again because it was the holiday. So go shout out, go take go subscribe, I should say, to Sip to Tally Films. Shout out to Coach Evans, and thank you for joining the Patreon. And then one more. Shout out to Chocolate Lady Cap. She has been a huge supporter of all of our channels here. Not just mine, the Rogue Pod, hosted by Hendo, LBHT. As you know, those guys over there who I got to see earlier today. And I'm sure you've seen some footage or we'll see more footage of us and what we were doing today. Shout out to her and thank her. I want to thank her for her support. And like I said, if you want to be great like them, you can find me at www.patreon.com/OTR Mike. So now, and then I got one more bill to pay. Sorry. And then, of course, man, I spoke on the roundup that we do on Monday nights at Sip to Tally Film with Coach Evans. It's myself, it's Brodney and Jose from Lunch Break Hot Take. It's Hendo, the host of the Road Pod. It's Chris Just Joking from Deep Cover Podcast. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Look, we will be having a meet and greet in August 4th to be exact, in Columbia, Maryland at Bus Boys and Poets. An awesome, awesome venue. Very, very, look, I had somebody who I randomly was talking to describe it as a sexy venue. So it's sexy, I guess. If you want, somewhere you can come, chill, there will be food. There will be giveaways. There will be drinks. There will be music. There will be an all around good time, and you will get to hang with us up close and personal. So get your tickets, as you can see scrolling below, at Eventbrite, and just search up the Roundup Meet and Greet. But before I move on, let me show you this. That's right, man. So as I described, sorry, it's a little late, guys. As I described, that will be at Bus Boys and Poets, and come and join us. Look, man, we're not trying to press anybody to buy their tickets, but look, we're telling you to get your tickets because we have limited space, and once they sell out, they sell out. Now, don't tell anybody, but if I have to get you in the back door, the side door, or whatever you want to call it, the price is going to triple. And I hate to do that to you guys because I love you guys, but I'm just keeping it real, man. They told us flat out, this is the space you can get. We know you guys can fill this place. So I'm just telling you guys, go get your tickets quickly, okay? Because before you know it, August 4th, we'll be here. And then we'll be out of tickets. And then, me, Hendo, I know Bazel got his. Big Reg got his. We'll be in there and we'll be getting out, we'll be getting out too. And then y'all outside watching and crying because you can't get in. All right. So we don't want that to happen to you. All right. So anyway, the bills are paid. Let me see who's in here now before I get the show going. Andrew, what up, Andrew? He says, what up? Hendo is probably like, okay, what's going on here? Yeah, Hendo. Look, man, I had to record. Said, why not just go live and see who's up? So, a couple of y'all in here, and I appreciate that. My man, Brent Loren, what up, bro? Love you too, man. I appreciate your support as always, man, and good to see you up in here chilling with the crew. So, look, man, let's get the show started. I'm gonna need y'all help on some things, all right? Now, we know right? Memorial Day was last weekend. Memorial Day is, typically the start of the cookout season or the barbecue season, right? That's probably like the unofficial official start, right? That's usually when everybody and their mom is having some type of barbecue or cookout, right? And I wanted to drop this episode on Memorial Day, but of course, had some things going and I was on the grill, so I didn't get a chance to do my thing. But I found an interesting meme, right? And it talked about barbecue etiquette in so many ways, right? And I thought, like, man, this would be something interesting, something cool, uh, something, something fun to talk about with the listeners, man. And I got 11 people in here, and I think that's a perfect amount to help me out with this topic. Now, Danny's in here. What's up, Danny? Danny said, what I cook? Man, I cooked a little bit of everything: steak, chicken, burgers and dogs. Um, a little bit of everything, right? I like the grill. I do my thing on the grill, right? Do my thing on the grill. I can't, I ain't going toot my own horn, but toot. I do my thing on the grill. So, and then my wife, she is a part of the social committee in our neighborhood, and they had their first situation, party, gathering, whatever, which was a Memorial Day cookout um, at the rec center or whatever you want to call it here, clubhouse, right? They had moon bounces. They had food. It was moon bounce, free food, free drinks, free alcohol, free everything. DJ, face painting. Man, it was all around success. So shout out to those ladies who pulled that off. And of course, I didn't know. I was volunteered to cook the burgers for that. Didn't know. I got told at the last minute. Voluntold. But the plan was already in the works. She already knew that it was going to happen. I just wanted to know when she was going to tell me that that's what I had to do. Okay. But anyway, nonetheless, I grilled for that, and then I grilled for my own household. So anyway, man, let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing going because it's late, and I ain't going to keep y'all up too much longer. But look, man, let me pull it up. This is what I found, and I found this to be interesting. Now this says it's unpopular opinion, cookout edition, right? Let me move the ticker so you guys can see the full thing. Okay. It's unpopular opinion, cookout edition. So Lord, aka or on Twitter at I am Lord one underscore, follow the brother. This was a cool. I like this one, right? But it's interesting. He says, if you invite me over and I don't know your family like that, you gotta walk with me while I grab a plate. And I'm like, I'm not, I'm not mad at Lord what he's saying there, right? I'm really not. I don't, I think that's fair, me personally, right? So it just made me think about barbecue cookout etiquette, right? So let me ask y'all, do y'all agree with Lord, right? If you're invited to a cookout, right? So, I invite you guys to a cookout. Ferris, for example, you one of the first names I see. Big Reg, Danny, Brent, Hendo, Bazel. I invite you guys to a cookout, right? And all my family's there. You only know me, right? Family and friends, a bunch of people you don't know, right? And I say, man, go ahead and help yourself. Do your thing, right? Are you going to do it, or do you expect me, or should I walk with you up to where the food is and go with you as you get your plate, so that you feel comfortable at least getting the first one, right? Now, I don't. I've been in both situations, right? Now, I'll be honest with you. I I've been in situations where I just like, yo, I go, man. I'm gonna do my thing because there's a lot of people. I'm gonna just fit in with the crowd that's going to eat, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? I've been there and I've gotten the looks of like, who's this guy, right? Who's this random guy that's grabbing a plate of food? But then there's also such situations where I've been invited, especially, let's say it's a female or somebody I'm dating and I'm just getting to know, and she invites me to a cookout, and you know, all I know is her, right? Like I kind of feel like, yo, you need to come with me, right? Just in case your uncle over there at the grill, and I want that particular burger or rib or steak, and he looking at me crazy, right? So I kind of expect you to roll with me to get my plate. So I see both sides of this, right? So um y'all tell me, right? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Or is that a part of barbecue/cookout etiquette? Right? Should you be accompanied while you go get your first plate? Y'all let me know. Now, some of y'all are already in here. Y'all giving y'all opinion. Let me see what we got. Okay. So I think Living Big with Big Red said, look, man, I can agree with that. Right? Reg, feel me. You know what I'm saying? Danity said, I actually agree. Some families don't like new people around. This is true. Right? Brent says, I'm going last. Well, Brent, going last doesn't take away from you being like the new guy on the block, right? You still like I feel like if I'm gonna go while it's a crowd. Going last, I just feel like I'm singled out. I'm the only person up there, and people just looking like, who's that cat, right? My man Ferris says, I get what they saying, but in my personal experience, by the end of the cookout, I'm finna know your family by the end. Now, I agree with this, Ferris. I agree with this. Now, with that said, and what Lord said, I'm only gonna walk you the one time, right? You want more? That's on you, right? You gotta that first one you should be comfortable now, right? You're seen walking with me. People know that you're there with me. So you're not just random. This is a friend of Mike's. So hey, the next time they see you go up to the grill, they know who you are, right? So that one time is what you're getting, and that's it. Other than that, you on your own. Now I'm not gonna hold your hand the whole cookout every time you want something to eat, right? I'm just not gonna do that. Now, Danny says, walk me to the plate, but you don't have to follow me as I get my food. I respect that, Danny. I respect that. So you're saying, you're saying, Danny, that you want someone to walk with you just to like show you where the place is. Hey, man, here's the place, here's the forks, and then you cool. You gonna do your own thing. You don't need me to walk with you as you go down the line of whatever is on the table. Is that what you're saying? Right. Brandon's saying, don't hold my hand, but I'm gonna go last. Okay, look, I respect that, Brent. I respect that. Andrew said, I would honestly not worry about it myself. Andrew, go hard. Andrew saying, listen, I'm at the cookout. You invited me for a reason. I ain't worried about who's around. I ain't worried about your family and friends who, y'all don't know who I am. Obviously, I got the invite because I'm here. So I'm going to eat. Andrew, again, I respect that, bro. I respect that. Now, Brent says, I ain't that good crazy. I ain't that good crazy. I ain't that food crazy. Oh, I ain't that food crazy. Okay. All right. I feel you, Andrew. I mean, Brent, I feel you. I feel you on that. Ferris says he's with Danity. Um, walk them to the food, point it out, introduce them, then peel off. He also says now female different. Look, man, you know, I've also been around female friends who I've invited them to cookouts and they just go, all right, Mike, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. Cool. I'm gonna go over here, talk to my cousin, my aunt, whatever. I'm gonna be over here. So just join me over there when you're done. So I feel you. Big Red says look, I can socialize with no problem. So I find a way to fit in, but it's easier being there with the person who invited me. This is how I feel, Big Reg. This is how I feel, right? Just give me that first, awkward moment. Get that first awkward moment out of the way for me. Help me with that. And then I'm cool. I'm cool for the rest of the cookout. And I'm with you as well. Like, you know, I fit in the conversation. We usually it's a group of guys somewhere talking about sports, right? Yeah, I fit into that perfectly, you know. And then, usually after that, you got a cousin or two, an auntie, uncle or two that has gravitated to me and said, "Hey, come on, honey, come on, or come on, buddy, let's go over here and get, maybe a drink." That's because I'm just a likable guy, right? But it's just, that initial, is that's the one for me personally. Personally, that's just the one for me. Ferris says, "You ain't tripping, Mike. You got to introduce people, man." And this is true. Now, I do put it on the people who invited you to the cookout to, you know, do as much introducing as they can, right? And even if it's just introducing you to the key figures, right? If your mom is there, your mom, maybe a couple aunts and uncles, your cool cousin, you know what I mean? Or even introduced to the crazy uncle or auntie or cousin, just to get that out of the way. Because it's always one that, may have had a few too many drinks. They see a new face and they like, man, who's this? Right? So, at least get that introduction out of the way, right? But at least the key figures. There's always a couple key figures at a cookout that, you have to be introduced to. So get those out of the way. And like I said, man, I'm peeling off, as Fair said, and you on your own, right? Bazel said, look, man, I'm reading the room. But if you at my fam event and they know if you act wrong, I'm checking everyone. Respect. Hendo says, my family gonna look at you funny because you're not eating. True. Now it's not about not eating, but it's like, like me personally, right? I kind of look at it as a respect thing, right? I just don't want to butt in. Like, I don't want to be, I walk in the door and then I instantly go to eating, right? I kind of, as Bazel said, reading the room a little bit, meeting a few people, speaking, hey, hi, how you doing? Yeah, nice day out there, that small talk type thing, play with a couple kids, pet the dog or two, and then maybe go eat, right? I feel like going right to the food is just like, that you outside of somebody walking me right to the food, right? Now we come in, you walking with me, like Lord is saying in the comment he made, then all right, we can go right to the food. But I feel like me just jumping into the food, getting in line, and I'm just getting there and I don't know nobody but you. I just kind of feel like, for me, might be a little, it might be a little disrespectful. Not maybe not disrespectful, but it's just a respect thing for me. And then we got lunch break hot take in here and said, well, well, well. Yeah, man, you missed the start of the show. I was going to record. As you know, more than anybody, I needed to record something. And I just said, hey, why not go live and let's see who's up, right? Let's see who's up. So it's a bunch of y'all up tonight. I'm assuming y'all watched the fight or y'all watched some movies or something. But hey, you're in here with me now, so I appreciate y'all. But yeah, we talking about barbecue etiquette, right? So Jose, I want to know what you think, right? You come to a cookout, um, let's say you know me well, right? So let's say that let's say Big Reg invites you to a cookout. You too, B. I see you in here. Shout out to B. Let's say Big Reg invites you to a cookout. All you know is Big Reg, but it's all his family is there. Ton of family and friends. Do you expect Big Reg to walk with you to get your first plate? And I'll put the banner up again. I'll put it up. This was something that I found online and I thought it was interesting. You know, hold on, let me drop the comment. See, I don't know how y'all brothers do this. I don't know how y'all brothers be doing this on a consistent like that, but anyway, there we go. Okay, so it says unpopular opinion, cookout edition. If you invite me over and I don't know your family like that, you gotta walk with me to grab my plate, right? I personally kind of agree with this, but I got you guys in here with me to give me your thoughts and your opinions on that. So, Jose B, you joined us kind of late. So, what do you guys think about that? Now, while we wait for their opinion on it, I want you guys to give me some other cookout etiquette, right? What are some no nos, in your opinion, when it comes to cooking out? Now, it don't have to be, or you attending a cookout. It don't necessarily have to be you, um, this being your first time around someone's family. This could just be you, being invited to a cookout anyway, of people that you know. So, what's some no nos? What's some good cookout etiquette? Let's see what we got. Ferris says you got to talk with the people first before the food. See, we here. We agree, Ferris. We agree. Hendo says we introduce and walk away. The people we invite bring people, so it's whatever. So your house is open, man. You open big on, open to the whole neighborhood. I'm assuming, Hendo. I know how y'all do over there. But as I said, my fan might have you trying shit before you ready. Jose says he doesn't need to walk me to the food. Just point me in that direction. See, Jose go hard, right? Just show me where the plate's at, bro, and I'm gonna do my thing. You know, I'm gonna introduce myself to your uncles and aunties and all of that. So, you know, hey, just show me where it's at. I'm gonna go in. B on the other end says gotta introduce around a bit first. B, I'm with you, bro. I am with you, right? This is just it's I don't know, man. It's just I don't know we calling that shy or not, or just calling it just being respectful to the situation. But I don't like to go nowhere and get no side eyes. And you always got that one auntie that's gonna give the side eye. You gonna got that one that's gonna give a side eye. That says, "Ooh, that going in my macaroni and cheese or potato salad." I don't know him. I don't know that guy. Why is he here? Right. So if you do the introduction first, right, like Barney is saying, the auntie is prepared, right? And then you won't get the side eye. I hope. You know, but you never know. Bazel says don't play with people's kids wrong. You're gonna get lined up quick. Okay. Brent says don't get drunk. Yeah, you might not want to get drunk at your first cookout of, people you don't know. Right? That's probably not a good look. And Big Red said no hitting on people's family members. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now, with that one, Reg, let me ask you, right? Do you ask first? Like you see somebody, you say, "Hey, your homeboy with you. Hey, who that?" Or is it just off limits completely? Right? Is it just no unsolicited? Or is it just, hey, if you check in first, it's fair game? Or is it just you got to chill for the rest? You got to chill today, right? Then you can ask me tomorrow who my cousin was or whoever it was. Andrew says, if you're going to drink, you better be able to hold your liquor so you don't cause a scene. I have been around people who can't handle their liquor and it turns to a disaster and they're obnoxious. I've seen it too, Andrew. I've seen it too. And all of these things are this fit into the cookout etiquette. Now, one thing for me is I got a thing with coming empty handed. For me, right? You can come to my house, right, empty handed if you choose. I'm gonna have everything for you. But it's just me, right? For example, my wife, one of the new committee members she met, they had a cookout. and they invited us. And I said to my wife when we walked out the door, like, "Hey, we gonna bring anything?" Oh no, she said don't bring nothing. And then when we got there, she kind of like made a comment, and I was like, "Man, I said to my wife we supposed to bring something." She was joking, but then I don't know if she was joking, right? So it's a little weird for me to come empty handed. Maybe that's me. Now, if it's an adult cookout, maybe I'll bring a bottle or a case of beer or something like that. If it's not that type of thing, at least some sodas or some chips or something. That's just me. I don't like coming empty handed. But, you know, maybe y'all don't care. Maybe that's just not a big thing. Maybe that's me, you know. Or maybe you guys need to be told to bring something. If the expectation is everybody brings something and you don't, then maybe you're showing poor cookout etiquette, So y'all help me out on that one. Red says, Bazel says, Reds, we finna be cousins, so so you should be happy. Okay. Red says, at the cookout is off limits. It can turn real bad. I agree. That's why I said checking in, right? To make sure that ain't somebody's lady, or you just kind of check in, right? Just to make sure. But I agree, man. Maybe you should peel back, before you start hollering at somebody's family members or cousins or whatever. Maybe you should chill. So I kind of agree with that. Ferris says, man, he always brings the alcohol. Ferris, you're a good man. Okay, you're a good man. Now B is he calling you out saying you're only 15. Long as your ID says 21, we ain't questioning that here at Open Mic with OTR Mike. I'm just saying. Endo says, Ferris, you are old enough to marry. Look, man, this ain't. Yep. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Now, let me ask y'all this. What the hell? Can y'all still hear me? I hope so. Anyway, y'all not here to call out my man Ferris, okay? Like he said, how about y'all mind your business, okay? We ain't gonna go on my man Ferris' head. Now, 2 questions. Can y'all still hear me? 1, and then I got a new microphone. How does this sound? Right. This is also, again, shout out to y'all that's helped me out with the Patreon. As you can see, it all goes back to the show. Right. I got a better camera. I hope that's better. I got a better microphone. I hope this is better, even though I just almost broke it live on here with you guys. Right. So that's not good etiquette. That's not good podcast etiquette on me. But anyway, man, that's it for me. Right. I just wanted to get on here and ask you guys because I thought that this was interesting. Something fun, something quick, man. Barbecue etiquette. The barbecue season is started. And then I don't know if you guys know, but all the cookouts is going to be at Hendo's house. Because he already told me. And if he didn't say it, I misheard him. But that's what I heard. So it's the start of barbecue season. And man, we going to be cooking out. Right? We going to be grilling, we going to be doing our thing, man. But we just got to make sure that we go over some of this barbecue cookout season etiquette, right? We don't want you to start the season off on a bad foot showing up to these cookouts, right? We don't want you to do that. So to recap some of the ones that was said, man, don't go to the cookout, and don't show up to somebody's cookout and get drunk, right? Your first time being there. Don't do that. Don't show up to Hendo's house and get drunk, right? In front of Hendo's family. Don't do that. Okay. That's not what we're gonna do. All right. Another thing is Big Reg pointed out. Don't be hollering at people's family. Right? Don't, wait a day or two, right? If that's your man, then you probably can say, hey, bro, maybe a day or two later, no disrespect, right? But you had a cousin that had the green shirt on. She's kind of fly, Who that? She's single, whatever. Oh, then you say, yo, they'll be looking at my cousin. And then you be like, oh, my bad, bro. I didn't know it was like that. Or they can say, man, yeah, she's single, whatever. You try to hook them up, right? But, you know, probably ease back on that the first cookout, the first meeting. Don't be that new guy to cookout hollering. Or maybe the second cookout that they see you in, maybe you get a little more comfortable. Maybe they used to seeing you, maybe you a little open to a little more conversation. And then, you know, you can lead into talking to somebody's family there. So Big Reds, thank you for that one, because that's a good one. That's a good one. Hendo says, say what now? Oh, I must have been. Oh, my bad. B's house. B's house is where the cookouts are. Bazel said, August 4th, etiquette is important. You're right here. Okay. Now, we want everybody to have a good time. Okay. But you on your own at a certain point. We ain't babysitting nobody. Now we're gonna show you a good time and we ain't babysitting you, right? So have a good time, man. Be free, let your hair down, be loose and free. Man, enjoy the music, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the giveaways, enjoy the food, enjoy all of that. But look, man, where's Suge at? Get Suge in here. We gotta make sure Suge knows that he's got to be able to walk on his own too to one of our cars. Now we're gonna get you home. We'll get you there safely. But you gotta be able to walk to the car on your own. Okay. Oh man, Ferris said, I ain't going to Hendo's house for a barbecue. I don't want to eat grilled grass. Hendo is vegan, okay? But that don't mean he don't take care of the people around that ain't vegan. So come on, Ferris. Don't do him like that. Brent said, much love, Mike. I feel like respect is key to the barbecues. Have a good night, fam. You're right, man. Respect goes a long way, Brent, and that's with everything, right? Not just going to barbecues, man, but just anything, man. Showing a little bit of respect will get you a long way, and I think that's why I fit into random people's barbecues and family events because I always go in and try to be respectful. Right? I speak to everybody. Um, I show love where I can. I help out where I can. It's time to break things down, man. I'm jumping in. I'm folding some chairs, folding some tables. I'm not that guy that just come to eat and then I'm running away. Right? Y'all need some help, I'm here. So, but you're right, Brent. You're right. Respect will get you a long, long way. Andrew said, too bad I'm not on the East Coast anymore in the way. Why is that? Andrew, I'm sure the West Coast is treating you well. Barzell says, or too high. That too. Don't be with the stuck face over there. That's not a good look either. Hendo says, look, man, don't show up to my house, period. And then listen, man. Brodney said y'all better put in your orders for that pineapple upside down cake. Now, Hendo, I didn't get a chance to try because Brodney wasn't sharing. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Brodney was very gracious. I just was being lazy. Ain't feel like wrapping up a piece. But it looked and smelled amazing. Okay. So I don't know if B posted a picture of it yet. Oh, there was a picture out there floating around, but apparently Hendo makes a mean pineapple upside down cake. I'm just telling you now. I don't know its prices, but yesterday's prices ain't today's. I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. But as I said, my cousin's first, so you're gonna know if you need to shoot your shot. That makes it easier, Bazo. That makes it easier on these brothers that want to get out there and they want to put up a couple shots. So, I even in that case, right? You probably want to ease back and then holler a little bit later. It does say, what is August 5th etiquette? Good question. Good question. You said, hold on, where is that? As I said, I sent Shook the link 5 minutes ago. Man, Shook must be busy or whatever. So yeah. Hito says no grass cakes for you, Ferris. Bazo said Mike gonna be my wedding narrator. I don't know if you want me doing that, Bazo. I don't know if you want me doing that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the fact that the meetup is in Maryland is what I meant. Oh man, I feel you, bro. If you look, man, if you can make it, come through. If you can't, we understand. This is just the first one. Um, hopefully this one is a success, and then the next one will be bigger and better. Maybe it's destination somewhere else where we all meet up, in one way or another, and be a little closer to our brothers and sisters on the West Coast, or somewhere that's easy for everybody to get to. But it's just the first one, man. If you can make it, we appreciate it. If you cannot, we totally, totally understand. So let's see. Let me read a couple more comments before I get. Living big with Big Red says Suge is on OnlyFans with his glizzy right now. I probably shouldn't have read that. I got some young listeners. Big Red. Speaking of glizzy, right? Now, I heard there was a conversation on Living Big with Big Reg and his live stream. And if you are not subscribed to Living Big with Big Reg, go over there and do that now. Now, I heard there was a conversation about that. And a funny thing happened recently, right? So at the cookout that I talked about earlier, that my wife and her committee held for the neighborhood, somebody made hot dogs, right? And on the foil of the pan, it said beef glizzies, right? And in the words of Hendo, pause. But it said beef glizzies, right? And I busted out loud. I thought it was hilarious. And my wife was looking like, what's a glizzy? And I'm like, you don't know what glizzies are? So now my wife is from New Jersey, right? But she been living here long enough, okay? So, and she's on social media and all of that stuff. So I'm like, yo, you never heard of a glizzy? So that's my other question to you guys. Like, and Reg, you not here. You not in Maryland. So I guess that answers my question. But is glizzy like not as well known as we thought? Or is she just in the minority in this situation? And then her friend Summer was with us. Shout out to Summer. Summer said she never heard of it either. Right. And my wife said, well, in Jersey, a glizzy back home is this. And I was like, don't do that ever again. Don't do that ever again. Okay. But to her, back home, a glizzy is a gun. So but is glizzy not, is it not as worldwide as we know? Or what? Because I'm like, man, and I honestly felt like glizzy started locally here in the Washington, D.C., DMV area. I could be wrong. But yeah, so that was interesting, discussion with her, and then an interesting discussion on Living Big with Big Red. So go check that out and subscribe over there. Bazel said it was a week of the glizzy. He also said it is not well known. I'm surprised. I thought everybody see. Okay, Andrew said I don't know what glizzy is. So who's going to explain to Andrew what a glizzy is? Because I'm probably not good at explaining that. Big Red said, nah, it's a good amount of people out there that don't know what glizzy. Wow. Okay. So I have to apologize to my wife. I do. I have to apologize to her because I don't know. Yeah, I thought everybody knew. Zay said, I think New Yorkers call them glizzies too. Maybe they started it. I thought it started here in the DMV area, but I could be wrong. Simply put, Ferris says it's a hot dog, Andrew. And that's what it is, Andrew. It's a hot dog, right? Somebody came up with calling it a glizzy because of how it looks. Okay. Using your imagination, people trip on you eating glizzy. Okay. So, there's rules, and I'm sure you can Google glizzy and the proper way to handle a glizzy. Pause. That's Hendo says. Let's see. Ferris said I thought it was a New York thing. It could be. You could be right. Brent says, what's a wiener then? I guess that's a hot dog too. I don't know. Here you go. right here. I'm not even gonna read that, you know. But yeah, Ferris said wieners from the German word Wiener Schnitzel. Okay. Red said that's a pause, Brent. Okay, that's a pause. That's a pause. So all right, man. I'm not gonna let y'all turn my show into a conversation about glizzies. Okay. If you enjoy glizzies, keep right on ahead. Pause. Okay. But yeah, man, that is my show on barbecue etiquette. That is another episode of Open Mic with yours truly, man. And as I always say, this is the show where the mic is open for any discussion. And tonight we did that. We had a discussion about barbecue etiquette. Should you walk, if you invite somebody to a cookout and they don't know nobody there, should you walk with them to get their food and get their first plate? Right? We discussed, not hollering at people's family, other things that we call cookout etiquette. Maybe some people said don't come empty handed. Maybe that's poor etiquette. Brent said show some respect when you're there. That's great cookout etiquette. Okay. And then we talked about glizzies. And Hendo is wilding talking about 2 hour streaming. It is what time? It is 12:53, Hendo. I'm an old man. I need my sleep. But I'm glad y'all were up to join me here, man. 12 of y'all in here, man. Hit that like button. Help your boy get this video pushed out to more people. But I really, really appreciate y'all being in here with me to help this stream go a lot faster, right? We've been in here 47 minutes, man. And you know, y'all helped your boy out. And as I always like to say, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the support on this solo journey of mine, man. I really do. I really, really do. This is not easy, man. It's not easy, and y'all help. Now, this is another side of it, right? This live stream thing, and you're controlling the boards, and then trying to talk, and then getting people's comments up there, man. This ain't easy, right? So I do miss the fellas, the off the record fellas with that, man. One of us could be controlling that and we talk but man, I appreciate you guys. I really do. I really do. And then did you Ferris? I wanted wood for a hot dog commentary. Oh, well, man, you need to share that. Where's it at, man? Can we, let's hear your commentary on the Glizzy, um, you know, award or whatever. Andrew never stops working the trade streaks in the LBHT Fantasy Football League. He says, Mike, I offer the trade to you. I'll check it in a minute. Big Red said, yes, sir. Bronny said, have a great night, y'all. Thanks for the show, Mike. Red says, great show. And then Bronny says, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. And yeah, man, I'm going to get out of here. So look, if you have not subscribed already, man, please do that. I appreciate you in advance. If you are listening to the show and you are a podcast listener on your way to work, on your morning job, while you drowning out your boss during a meeting, man, you can find this show on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms. It's everywhere. So go over there, find it, give it a 5-star rating, even leave a review. Tell the people how much you enjoy the show. But that's my time, fellas and good people and ladies. I love you guys. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.